Hello everyone and welcome to the
151st
episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast. You look truly confused there.
I thought you'd just forgotten where we were.
I had been Usmaned. Little throwback to a pod video that came out several months ago. Niche reference.
Niche reference.
This is a little pre-recorded pod. When will this go up? Who knows?
Who knows?
We are saving it for a dark and rainy day when we cannot pod. As someone commented, we have a few in the vault.
We do have a few in the vault. It's chapter 2 being the main one.
By now, maybe that'll been finally released from the vault.
I hope not.
I said some very controversial things in that one. I do believe you said McAvoy is sexually attracted to his bicycle in that one. So
I see.
That's about it.
I mean, okay.
So
I don't know why we're not releasing this gold.
So I don't know.
Release the Dalgard cut?
Why we kept ourselves from millions of subs. Anyway, today we're just doing a little topic action because it's pre-recorded. We are going to be talking about our favorite movie action scenes.
Ooh.
I was thinking just a cheeky little topic out there.
Okay.
And I might pull up the legendary B.H.L. Hudson list of movies I've seen, Doc.
Okay.
Just to peruse, which is how we usually do this. I just peruse the list of films I've seen. And
Are we going only movies, or are we also going TV shows? Or is a TV show an episode for another time?
I think a TV show could be a separate one, you know, or even a topic on top of a news and mini reviews. It's just a lot. It's a lot of affirmation sounds.
I see what you're doing here.
So I guess we can just stop.
I guess we could just
Start off the top of the dome.
If we're talking best action scenes, spoiler.
Yeah, spoilers.
Don't be an idiot.
Spoilers for all the movies. There are time codes down below. Well, I will start with. Actually, I'll just start with one that kind of inspired me to think of this.
Okay.
Last night with the Papa Hudson, I did watch.
I did fight him.
I had one of the best action scenes you've ever seen. It ended poorly for me.
I can imagine.
Broke all my bones.
We're recording this from the hospital.
He's actually very strong. Anyway.
You actually underestimate the shit out of him. That man could fuck us both up without even blinking.
Anyway.
He does have that dad power.
He has absolute dad power, yeah.
Not just dad power, he's got absolute dad power.
Godly. Anyway, I did watch Heat.
With De Niro?
With De Niro and Pacino. Sorry. I didn't.
Dunkachino.
Yeah, it's also the one where Pacino goes, "She's got a great ass." Right before that scene, my dad did go, "This is a funny scene." I think just objectively one of the best gunfight scenes in movie history, and it was interesting to watch because clearly it has inspired a lot of stuff, including...
Is that like the heist scene there?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
The heist that then leads into like this giant citywide kind of gunfight chase thing. And I think, and I'm sure this has been addressed somewhere, but I'm pretty sure GTA and the whole GTA franchise, or at least the latest one, heavily inspired by that movie. Because it's like they're wearing the suits, they have the masks, and it's like a very... like, I mean this respectfully to the film because it came first and inspired, but it felt like a GTA sort of heist and then gunfight.
Why would Heat copy GTA? What's up
really
with that?
Really lame of Michael Mann to just make a GTA movie.
Yeah, what a Michael Boy moment.
Pacino.
Dunkachino.
But yeah, it starts with De Niro and his gang of misfits robbing a bank. That's
what he calls his two testicles.
And they rob a bank. Very tense scene, and Pacino's like, wait a minute. My bank's being robbed.
Is Pacino the bank manager?
No, he's just like, he's been chasing De Niro the whole, it's a bit of a cat and mouse game. He's chasing De Niro, and then he's like, he gets a tip, and he's like, wait a minute, the bank. And then...
he bought the bank.
He goes to the bank, and then there's a crazy gunfight with Kilmer as well in there.
Oh, I have seen... Kilmer's got some luscious locks in it.
Some beautiful hair.
Also, I'd never heard of the movie Heat until like a week ago when I saw this scene on YouTube. So very coincidental.
Beautiful. We are weirdly connected.
Yeah.
Also, did you like my Letterboxd review? I did say this movie was Heat.
I did not see that. I'm happy I haven't seen it.
It got 3 likes.
Let me make that 2.
But yeah, no, just a pretty masterful gunfight scene. Although, the way my dad watched it, a little loud. He had it on like pretty high volume, and I was like, and it's just
All the neighbors thought there was actual gang violence in the neighborhood.
Because it was hot and we had the door open. I was thinking someone's gonna think that because it was very. I was like, can we just turn on a little?
The police knocks on your door. We heard signs of disturbance.
We heard signs of Pachin in here.
Did I hear a Dunkachino?
That's worth 8 years in prison.
No one can look at his face again.
But yeah, so that's just the first one that came to mind.
Ooh, okay, I know what this is. I don't even know if you've seen this movie, and it's very. I don't know. People probably will either laugh at me or say, "What a strange choice." But when you say cool action scene, one of the first ones that came to mind was the opening of the Reynolds movie Six Underground. Have you seen this movie?
Is it the Michael Bay?
It is, I think.
Yeah, the Netflix one.
Yeah. Now the movie itself, pretty good, kind of average, but.
Mid, one could say.
One could say mid, bordering good, I'd say.
Okay, all right.
But it's got some crazy action shots, I think. Like, it's very, very well, like, because it's a kind of this opening sequence, and it's a while since I watched it, but from memory, like, there's some crazy, I mean, I guess, weird saying realistic, but weirdly realistic slow-mo as they, like, in like a very cool car chase, right? So like they'll like speed past and like hit another car and like you kind of see like debris flying everywhere. But yeah, like just an awesome opening sequence, and there's like again from memory, this might happen later in the movie, but there's like some like debris flying and like hits one of the people, and you kind of like see the wounds open as it's going, and there's also a very, very gruesome Franco death in the beginning.
James or Dave?
Dave.
No.
Why would you want James to
He's
die?
the one who's less controversial.
He's like the driver and something. Yeah, from memory, some very gruesome death there. But like on the poster, it looks like he's gonna be one of the main characters, right? And then he's just like immediately killed off in the beginning.
Classic Dave move.
Classic Dave. But yeah, like just that opening sequence, and like the action scenes throughout the movie are also good. But like I remember that opening sequence really stood out to me.
Okay,
very good.
I think there is something to be said for. And I guess we'll talk about different styles of action scenes, but the Michael Bay action style, while occasionally, especially in his later films, gets a bit overbearing, overdone, when he does it well,
it works.
He's a fantastic action director. Makes very exciting scenes. We got Six Underground, Bad Boys, there's some great stuff in there.
It does.
The Rock. Welcome to the Rock.
Welcome to the stone.
Can you smell? Yeah, no, so I think Bay, despite his shortcomings in other areas, a good action man. I'm a pick. You know, we going hella unconventional today.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna pick another one that's a little bit of a out there choice that people might not immediately think of. We'll have to get to the mainstream ones for the that thumbnail action.
Ah, of course.
That sweet thumbnail action.
That sweet YouTube money.
But I think I was gonna say the bear scene from The Revenant, but. And this is
I actually prefer when he climbs inside the horse.
It's riveting, but also very fast-paced. Now, I might go with the bear because I can't actually remember exactly what this is, but I remember, oh no, of course it is. It's the, like, opening scene-ish, where it's the attack,
yeah,
and there's, like, the kind of big
grab
battle.
the pelts!
You had my share of the pelts.
You already lost my share of the pelts.
Is it 20 or is it 30?
We're expanding Operation Barry.
Ooh, nice crossover.
Thanks.
Anyway, the opening, a lot of the action in that film is incredible because it looks so real and like it's so well done.
Shot in one take. A lot of
yes, yeah. Well, exactly, and that's what about the first one is so crazy. These like amazing, costumes and sets, and then choreography and all this shit going off, and you got DiCaprio in there.
You got the cap.
But yeah, no, The Revenant. Just some fantastic, very realistic, and oh goodness. We do have a stray Freddy's granddad perusing the garden.
Goodness, I hope.
He's coming up to the window and he's screaming.
He showed his butt. Okay, that's not
nice,
great.
Nice.
Oh goodness.
No, yeah, just great, intense Inuyutu action. Also, I hate to do this live on pod. I'd like to passionately request. No beard scratches.
Oh, I see.
I'm sorry.
I see. I keep.
It is a no. Yep.
I see.
Right.
I got you. It's I don't even realize it's happening.
I know. I do it for the listeners.
Personally, I love it.
It's fantastic for me.
All right.
Go ahead.
I think I'll have to go with. Got a few choices here. Yeah, you know the one. I think I might have to go for the final rescue scene in Hacksaw Ridge.
Ooh.
A good one.
We going kind of serious today, you know?
We are. We're actual podcasters today. Yeah, like, obviously, like, it's like an extended sequence. Like, the last, like, 5-7 minutes of him both carrying, like, the friend, like, the body of his friend who died. I forget his name. The guy, Private Idiot. I have a knife in my foot, sir.
Is that it wasn't Ghoul?
No, I think Ghoul was saved long ago.
Ghoul never left the tent.
No, so he first saves Private Parts. Private.
Now move your
private parts. Yeah, he saves Private Parts. Then he saves Vaughn, aka the Ass.
Right. Yes.
Where in a very, very cool moment, he's like, "You gotta be kidding me, Cornstalk!" As he puts down like I don't know, like a cloak or a cape or something. Puts a gun as like a handle to carry, and then puts Vaughn up as Vaughn is like facing the other way, shooting as they run through the battlefield. That kind of like camaraderie and bro moment is like, all right, let's do it. And then because he's facing adversary going up to it, and then and now they just broing out as he's saving his life, and then you think that's it, but then he runs back and saves the body of his friend as well, Private Idiot. And then honestly, one of the most emotional scenes in history for me is when he gets down and like, you're safe now. I was gonna say Dodgson. That's not what
we got Dodgson here.
No one cares. No one gives a shit. But when he comes down after that like really, really intense action scene, so yeah, just a very good one.
Yeah, I would say, as you sort of touched on, because he's gone through that adversity, that's an action scene that it's obviously very well done, but also because of the
payoff,
the context, it makes it very emotional. Now that's a fantastic movie. I remember I did cry in that, and of course it did give us the, genuinely emotional line, but also we memed it a bit where he goes, "Please, Lord, help me get one more.
Help me get one more."
Also, I'm glad that I didn't, because I was about to lead into the mic, and then you went like, and one of the most emotional ones for me, I'm glad I didn't go, "I have a knife in my foot, Sergeant."
And one of the most emotional moments for me, "I shall henceforth call you Chief, as a sign of great respect to your people."
I like the idea that Bond absolutely ASMRs him. "I shall henceforth call you Chief, as a great sign of respect for your people."
"How long have you been dead, son?"
"Cool it is."
"You're now building a bra."
"Titties." Whatever he says. My favorite Vaughn line. My most emotional Hacksaw Ridge moment is when Vaughn just turns, fourth wall breaks, and smiles.
"Titties."
Imagine he's going through all of them. He's like, "Private Idiot, Ghoul, Cornstalk." And the first one, "Titties."
He just looks directly at a wall. "Titties."
Also, if someone hasn't seen Hacksaw Ridge, this is a very confusing pod. Well, I think we should have a more conventional one people are probably expecting. And I think actually, let's have a little debate here.
Okay.
Or not a debate, but just a conversation. Okay. A heated fight to the death.
Your dad and you style.
A heated fight to the death.
Heated. You turned very...
That was a heated fight?
What you did there was a very heated fight. Now I need some Gifler.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Volume 2.
Volume 2. Anyway, if you had to pick one John Wick scene, which one are we thinking?
This will be a debate.
The one that comes to mind for me first, actually, there are two. Actually, all of them.
There are many.
There are two. The first one is the club scene from the first one, where he goes in the club and just parties like there's no tomorrow.
Straight up raves.
Where like he goes through the whole club.
It's a 10-minute sequence. He goes in with a gun and suddenly just drops it to the floor and starts breakdancing.
He still murdered the bouncer though for some reason. But yeah, no, he infiltrates and then like it's sort of builds. There's like a couple guys and then eventually breaks in that room and he like there's that kind of like one shot which is what everyone kind of always shows of John Wick where like he shoots the guy, boom, 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 like all that shit. As he says, boom, 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 boom.
In John's head it's just boom, boom, boom.
And I think that's amazing because it sort of was it was the first we sort of saw that John Wick style, which builds on other styles, of course. But then in the third one,
there is a little cheeky knife scene.
The knife scene is fucking incredible.
It's so good. I think between the two, I mean, let's go through that one as well. So he's fighting a few henchmen. we'll say.
Yeah.
I don't know, like five or so. And they're in an armory.
Does it build from... It's like in an opening montage, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. So like... Oh, is it in the opening montage? I don't remember.
It's somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's like...
Towards the start.
Yeah, it's towards the start. And then they kind of like fight and... In like an antiques room or something? I don't know where
there's
they
like
are.
old guns and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And then they make their way in and all of a sudden like... As they're fighting, they look to each other's side and there's just like throwing knives hanging on the wall. Break the glass and then they... And what I also saw like an interview about how they wanted to make this one a bit more realistic. Whereas like in basically all movies, if someone throws a knife or an axe, it hits dead center and goes in no matter what, you know.
Right.
But in this one, they actually throw a lot of the knives and they don't actually like they hit the side of the knife, or so they don't actually like penetrate. So they wanted to do like a bit more realistic, because you see sometimes where they're just throwing knives and they just like clatter to the floor. And a few times John gets a little lucky.
Yeah, as you do.
But yeah, so like that with like there's like the one combo he does where he just keeps throwing a knife into the guy like
Yes.
and then the head.
And there is an extremely, probably one of the grosser things I've seen in a mainstream film, the knife in the eye part.
Oh yeah, that's not great.
Brutal. Yeah, I mean, it's horribly gross, but also I do love those moments in the cinema where just the whole cinema goes like,
What's going on here? And also like, oh, is that from this movie? But there's also like they throw an axe or something like that. And he like freaking two-handed Viking style throws it.
I think it is in this one.
Yeah, I think it's in this scene as well, where it just like impales the guy's head.
Yeah, no, those are kind of... I think we can just give the John Wicks in general as well just the credit for exceptionally choreographed and shot, and it was sort of around the time, I think, where that fast-paced, like, quick-cut action scenes that, like, Bourne does very well, but then other people, it's just Liam Neeson jumping over a fence kind of thing.
13 shots of Liam Neeson jumping over a fence.
And this one, it's just like, it's clear, you can see it, and you can tell it's Keanu doing his own stunts and stuff.
It's so impressive how Keanu... Have you seen, like, his montage?
Like,
his training montages?
Yeah, it's crazy. What a guy.
I love Keanu.
And just a lot of, like, creative stuff. And the third one is also the part where he slaps the horse and it kicks him on the head.
Oh, yes, it's true.
I will say, I think, if we were to pick one also from the second one, just have one from each, the one I remember the most from the second one, again, there's lots of great ones in all of these, is the montage where he fights off all the henchmen who are coming after him.
Yeah,
pencil
pencil in the head.
I mean, I love a good montage, so that might be cheating.
Love a good montage-aroo.
It is, it's pretty spectacular.
When he fights Common.
The Common fight is good. So yeah, John Wick, I think we can say in general, I guess, for what it like started, the first one I'd say is the best, but for just purely scenes objectively, I think the knife antique place is pretty fantastic.
I agree. What about you, John? You're pissed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody please get this man a pissed.
Get this man angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Also, by the way, I feel like, just want to say, this could definitely lend itself to a part 2. Because I'm just
agree.
scratching the
yeah,
head
like
here.
this is
scratching the head.
I'm just scratching my balls like here.
But yeah, definitely part 3, part 4.
Yeah, and
a lot of stuff here.
I mean, here we're just like going off the top of our scratching our heads. But I'm sure if we just like put like 5 minutes thought into it, put any effort, we'd probably get some other good ones. So yeah, a little part 2 action maybe. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna go for one that's arguably a very short action scene, but, and I don't know the exact one. I guess I'll go for I'll go for the one towards the end. But there is in American Sniper, Bradley Cooper. There is a good payoff. Like there's 2 very good sniper scenes, right? And the thing is, like, it's more the intensity leading up to it, because the actual action is just one shot boom. But so there's the kind of like first kill he does, which is just very gruesome, where he has to shoot the kid running with a grenade.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's the intensity and build up to it. It's insane, because like you kind of like see this woman and the kid walking towards them. The woman hands him a grenade, and like it's just like close up on Cooper. So he's like, "Don't you do it? Drop it, please." As the kid's running, he has to shoot the kid, and like God, and he's standing there just like clearly like shocked by that. And then another one towards the end of it. You haven't seen this one?
I have not seen.
Do you mind if I spoil?
No, it's fine. I don't remember most things you said.
This is already going in one ear, out the other. But there's this like enemy sniper who's been like causing him a lot of trouble, and he's killed like one of his friends on like in one of the tours, and yeah, he's been causing him a lot of trouble, right? So then they're like surrounded on a building waiting for extraction, right? A sandstorm's coming in, and then he sees 2 kilometers away the longest ever confirmed sniper kill, and it's based on real life, this guy, right? Longest ever confirmed sniper kill. He sees a sniper like that far out, and he thinks it's him, and he's like risking like giving away the precision by taking the shot, but he's like, I have to do it. Takes the shot, longest ever confirmed kill, shoots the guy.
Damn.
It's very good, but it's also like a mix of intensity, because like the other people are saying, don't take the shot, you're gonna give away our location, we don't have extraction yet, and like his sniper like side guy, he's like, do it for whatever the guy's name was. And I was like, oh, Cooper.
Wow. So some pretty intense
scenes.
moments there.
Yeah. I think that's actually the neighbor. Should we just close the window, maybe?
Yeah, sure.
Or is it done? I'll close
They're
it.
teasing us with it. All right. Damn. Well, yeah, we've got some pretty dark ones today.
Yeah.
For my next one, I think I'll go a little more comedic with it,
Okay.
and I'll take it to a classic one that, although again, a little discussion can be had here, but
I love discussing things.
it's so fun.
It's my favorite thing
We
ever.
should do it for an hour every week. The Kingsman
Oh.
action scenes.
Okay.
Not the Kingsman, to be clear. Kingsman the sequence.
Not the Rasputin dancing scene.
Honestly, that's probably the best I've seen.
Okay, I haven't seen it, but...
But in Kingsman 1, you can't really go past the church fight, which is, an exceptional...
I'm gonna go comedic here, where he murders an entire church.
But, like, an exceptional, like, I don't know, just use of camera movement and, like, just the scale of it and the insanity of it. I mean, like, yeah, I know a lot of people some people are kind of put off by it because it's so violent, but it's also... The whole point of that movie is that it's so cartoonishly violent. And at one point there's someone lighting someone on fire and all this crazy shit. And it's just, and also Colin Firth out here doing those stunts.
Firth out here?
So that scene obviously is insane and incredible. I would raise, I don't know, just a lot of good ones. I mean, the initial Harry, manners maketh man bit. And I have to say,
I wouldn't say iconic, but I wouldn't say it's the best of them.
no, I mean, it's sort of more to show the character. I will say the whole last bit where Eggsy's going through those tunnels.
Yeah, like he's fighting, what's her name, Giselle?
I mean, I think the Giselle scene is a little bit... Just the green screen looks a little fake at times. But when he's fighting all those guys and he just, like, run through them and he's doing flips and shit, it's just that, like, Matthew Vaughn action style. Just very cool. And I love the theme, the Kingsman theme. It's just so good.
It does something to me.
I will also say, just as a bonus, Kingsman 2, well, definitely not as good at all, actually. There's one scene that I think compares to the first in terms of action.
Is that the Pedro snow fight?
Goddamn right, it's the Pedro snow fight. With the electric laser whip or lasso or whatever, and just, I love the cheeky Pedro when, like, he thinks he's out of bullets, and then kind of the music cues up, and then he gets out the lasso. I mean, kind of, I feel like the henchman should have known, if Pedro gives you that look, he probably isn't out of tricks yet. You probably shouldn't lunge right at him, but...
when Pedro gives you the Pascal, you know what's about to happen.
The Pascal?
Ooh. Very good, sir.
Thank you.
Probably your best ever.
Thank you. So Kingsman, just a badass, fun, cartoonish time. I love it.
Very good.
I love it very much. Oh, actually, just very quickly on Kingsman, kind of on the intensity side of things. For such a silly movie, the finale of that first movie is made so much more intense by the very, like, real-world threat of his mom murdering his baby sister. Do you remember that part?
I do remember that
It
part.
actually makes it, like, quite riveting to...
Quite.
It becomes very Canadian. Quite riveting.
Sorry about that.
But, like, very riveting, I don't know, that whole...
Yeah.
Putting that,
like,
concurrently.
Because he also doesn't actually... Like, he doesn't know he's fighting the clock there.
Yeah, adds more stakes, so... Anyway, continue, sir.
I love a good steak. Had Wagyu. Fuck me.
God, that was my favorite action scene.
Going from cartoonish to cartoon.
Another American Sniper scene?
The ending... Oh, actually, there's two. But I think I'd have to go with the end fight in The Incredibles. Another good shout is when, like, they're fighting out in the jungle and Dash is, like, running on water. Also very good. But...
That's my Dash.
Nervous shudder.
He's running on water. Extremely nervous laughter. Starts feeling violently ill.
Just starts crying.
That would make that scene so much worse. He just breaks down.
God, have you seen those? Like whenever you take like a video and someone opens their mouth and they go, "Huh."
Yes,
Imagine that, but just dash. Huh. Anyways, but the final fight against Syndrome and the big old walking testicle.
Penis. Okay. Yep.
Omni penis and walking testicle. We're both so funny.
The next villains, Mr. Incredible Face.
Omni penis.
Mr. Incredible becomes very concerned. Yes, no, the final fight.
Where everyone comes together, you got like
Frozone flying there.
But yeah, so like where they kind of like complement each other's powers, where Frozone does a little ramp for Dash to run on, and then everything's just, and like you do the little son.
Go long!
Oh yeah, so that final fight scene, and also just so satisfying. It also weirdly works how Syndrome's like taking out immediately, and then like kind of watching it from afar. I don't know, I like it.
Yeah, it makes it more interesting, and then that adds a little thing at the end where then you think they've won, but then there's a little extra threat.
And he steals Jack, and
then gets plain...
Then you get plane caped.
Plane caped.
But yeah, so, an awesome scene.
Fair.
Roger! A bustle of activity. Didn't know we were in the commercial hub.
Active day in this house ever. I guess most of Mad Max Fury Road is an action scene. Okay. I know the easy pick, the layman pick, would perhaps be sort of the big parade, whatever it's called, like
parade car chase thing.
Yeah, and where like he swings around the
and
things.
So I will go for that one.
And he hits the guy with the electric fire guitar. Pretty good. I think a much more understated action scene, but one that is just, I don't know, character-wise is really cool. Is the moment where, I guess it's more of a moment than a scene, but where that guy, remember it's like Blue and the bullet farmer, I think, he's like coming at them and he's like screaming, and then Max takes like 2 shots with the sniper rifle and they have 3 shots and he takes 2 of them and he misses, and there's just kind of like a silent understanding and he passes the gun to Furiosa and then she takes him out. Just like I don't know, just a moment of like building the relationship between them and also just like the nature of this world of like, it doesn't, like, no one sort of has an ego or anything. It's just, like, survive.
Yeah, you need to get it done.
Yeah, I just think that scene's very tense as well. So there's also the hand-to-hand fight with Max and Furiosa, which is very good. But a lot of that film, obviously the giant car stunts are crazy and, like, insane to watch on the big screen, and, like, crazy they did a lot of this practically. And I do also love when he says, "Blood bag!"
Blood bag!
Oh, what a day! Oh, what a lovely day!
All right,
I'm just gonna peruse through the.
All right, I'll hit you with one. The helicopter / end fight scene in Mission Impossible Fallout.
I was thinking we should hit an MI one.
The thing is, there's so many MI ones.
I mean, yeah, there are a lot of good ones. I do think though that last helicopter chase, weirdly for a franchise that has so many like arguably crazier things happening.
Yeah, like this one a bit more like back to basics almost, but so good. Probably the best.
Why I remember watching in the cinema and being like, I don't know, I haven't felt that way in the cinema in a while. Where it was like riveting, and it was I guess because it looked so real.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because it was real, a lot of it.
I guess Cavill did get that hook in his head.
I felt so much love when Cavill just got absolutely just destroyed by that. What was it, like burning diesel or something?
Yeah, he gets kind of.
Also, I imagine that's what Vin is called in the bedroom.
Burning diesel? Imagine that's what The Rock calls it when he lands an absolute sick one on Vin. I'm out here burning diesel.
What did you do today, honey? I was just burning diesel.
She high-fives him.
On
Big
the butt?
slap on the butt. Okay.
On the bow. Oh, okay. Ooh. But yeah, like everything about it, like because also like, it's the kind of thing where I think in a lot of movies, the villain kind of like gets a little bit too cocky. Like if they think they've won, they're like, oh yeah, starts telling the plan or starts like, doing this and this and that. Here, Cavill literally just has his detonator that he needs and then just flies away. Yeah. It's like, it's a lot more realistic. And then like, I think that kind of heightens the intensity and stakes almost because he's like completely assured he's won, but not in like a cocky, douchey way.
Yeah, he just does what you would do.
He's like, yeah,
let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here before the freaking nukes hit.
Yeah.
And then he looks back and Cruise is somehow following him.
Yes.
And that like, why won't you just die? I'm like, I get you, Cavill. Why won't he? Because he's a bastard. Who's the best?
The best bastard. Yeah.
The best bastard. Yeah. Then the like.
They found us.
Goodness me. Cavill comes back with a hook in his face. I was gonna say a cook in his face. Anyways, and yeah, like the final fight scene, like on the ridge, and like, yeah, the brutal Cavill death. Everything just so good.
Yeah.
And then the sideline Vince, or not Vince, Ving Rhames.
Yes.
Commentary.
Also,
Benji caught the wire.
Is that your Ving?
That's my Benji.
Right.
He's talking to himself.
I love the name Sideline Ving. His rap name.
His sports name.
His UFC nickname. Ving the Sideline Rhames. No, I agree. I think it's one of the most spectacularly shot action scenes. Yeah, again, just crazy that like technically not insane in scale compared to
I mean, like,
what
they did
they've
like the
done.
Burj Khalifa.
Yeah,
they
but
did,
it's so
other things.
intense. Yeah, and I was gonna say, yeah, also, yeah, just character wise, it is sort of speaks to the crew's tenacity and to keep going for him. No, absolutely, that's a good shout. Also, in that movie, the bathroom fight,
also
fantastic.
very good.
Also very good.
Little cump.
I also love the like, I don't know, just the sort of silent storytelling in that scene of just they're both very befuddled by how much better this guy is. Like they're both like, for fuck's sake,
This guy is really good.
yeah, it's very enjoyable. They actually lose that fight. He gets shot in the head at the end.
He gets shot by
Rebecca Ferguson.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like it's so funny how the where Cavill gets like punched in the throat. He's like, I've never seen a more bulging Cavill.
I also, my favorite part of that fight scene is when he just beats the shit out of both of them, and he stands up and like does that with his coat, and Cruz just kind of goes like,
God damn it,
and then runs him through a fucking wall. It's great. Yeah.
I also like the first part where Cavill clearly just completely messes up the plan. Just smacks the guy in the head with the suitcase.
Such a Cavill move. Also, the best action scene in there is when those drunk French guys come in and try to make fun of them. Woohoo! Room for one more. A great French gag.
So Mission Impossible wins the award for the best French gag.
I can't go very far without mentioning bell bottoms.
Oh, I was just about to, that was gonna be my next one.
However,
I'm gonna not say anything about it.
I mean that is a fantastic introduction scene. I think the best action scene overall, or at least my favorite, it would probably be
when Doc is run over.
I mean, in hindsight, a fantastic moment. It would probably be the Fox death. Okay, by the way, spoilers. Should we say spoilers?
I guess.
People have seen Baby Driver. Come on.
I mean, the thing is, we've kind of talked about all the... I mean, maybe in the beginning. Just,
yeah, okay.
If we're talking best action scenes, spoiler.
Yeah, spoilers.
Don't be an idiot.
Spoilers for all the movies. There are time codes down below. But in Baby Driver, yes, it's the Fox death leading into the ham chase. That's what it's known as.
The Fox death leading into the ham chase.
Very confused movie producers. What do you mean, Edgar the ham chase?
What does that mean?
It sounds delicious. But it's... But...
You know that John Hamm is always on the ham chase? It's just him finding a nice restaurant.
Search for his father.
Oh.
No, yeah, I think that scene is just so fun because Fox gets stabbed.
It's very funny. He gets impaled on construction equipment.
No, but I remember watching that in the cinema, and especially when we went to see it. Like, you know when there's just like a crazy moment in a movie and you kind of want to like gauge everyone else's reaction because it's just like this wild moment. I remember when that happened, like we all saw it like with a friend group and it was just like, what the fuck? And then, but then, yeah, it was just like this super tense build up and then Fox dies and then it leads right into this crazy chase. What?
just super intense build up, then Fox dies.
Kind of unrelated.
It's just kind of a mid-moment, honestly.
And then leads into like this great chase with that very weird but very fitting song, the Hocus Pocus.
Was like,
Yeah, that's gonna... Or... Remember that part? They like yodel. And like baby runs through the mall and stuff, and then wonderful moment when at the end he is like almost getting away, and then he coincidentally crashes into the Ham and Darling. You're a fucking jinx! and then the Darling death and Ham goes ham.
Ham does go ham. I've never seen such a ham moment.
So just exceptionally fun and intense and just like movie changing. And of course the opening is great. The finale is great.
A lot of great things.
Fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you, buddy.
It's your Deborah.
I still think that love.
Well, you can. I'm wearing black and white, so you can call me Deborah.
It's so cringe. Come on. Like how is she going with this criminal who she's went on one date with?
Maybe. But my other favorite action scene is when Doc gets run over. I didn't have it. Is when bananas. Oh, the tequila shootout as well. God, there's so many good ones. It's a great movie, yeah.
Because the way that the music's set to the action scene is just
Oh yeah, we haven't even talked about the style, but you've all seen it. But the music
is good.
It's just it's a stylish delight for the senses.
It is. I sit there and go, Suey Mama. Okay, I'm gonna go with probably not one many people think of, because I guess there are other, like maybe in the sequel there's certainly other Bond action scenes to talk about, but in Skyfall, the Silva escape from prison, where he's like chasing him through a tunnel and stuff like that. I don't know, something about it. Kind of like.
Sorry.
No.
Completely.
No.
I certainly hope that wasn't meant for me.
No.
Pirates.
Oh no, pirates!
Craig, just very confused, shoots him in the head. End of movie. Sorry, continue.
But where he's like you kind of got the Q commentary on the side. Oh bloody hell, he's hacked us!
Why did you sound slightly like sexually excited? Oh bloody hell, he's hacked us! I've been a naughty Q.
Imagine that.
The look of disgust on your face.
Imagine that. Bond's like hunting down. He's like really stressed and like high intensity, and then you just hear in his ear, "Oh, I've been a naughty Q." But yeah, like that whole chase scene where he's like where it starts. Where does it start? No, it ends with him doing a little cheeky shootout towards Dame Judi Dench.
Yeah, but she's in Parliament or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. But like that whole chase where he like through the tunnels, like, Q, do I get on the train? Bond, pirates. Get on the train, and then he just it's good.
It's a little Daniel.
And then he changes into a police uniform, so like it's very good.
Yeah, I think that one also works in an intensity level, because it's the build up of Silva's big escape plot, and it's kind of all unfolding, and like you think you can stop it, and then you realize like there's no stopping it, and then it's an intense chase, and it's just a very, very exciting action scene. I am trying to think of other Bond ones, but that would be
it's up there. I think.
Yeah, I think in Spectre the whole opening bit is pretty good as well.
Yeah, I agree.
And there's the big old explosion. Anyway,
there's also the nuts whipping scene in Casino Royale.
As we've established, definitely one of our favorite scenes in all of cinema.
Not action, just erotica.
I think, given the nature of our pod, at least the pod origins, we move in a little away from it, I guess, a little. But should we pick a superhero one?
Okay.
Because we actually haven't touched on really any superhero stuff. What would you... I mean, I want to ask you to pick like the number one of all time, because we're off the top of the head here, but we're scratching that...
We're scratching that head. We're scratching those balls.
Scratching that scrot, so to speak. What would we say? I mean, there are some obvious ones, like the Spider-Man 2 Doc Ock kind of thing. Pretty great. The Winter Soldier, Bourne style. I guess we could also mention just Bourne. I just can't think of a specific one, but there's a lot of good Bourne stuff.
Well, you go first, sir.
I'm trying to think, because there's a lot of good ones. There's some... You know what? I'm gonna go. This is definitely not the best ever, but I'm gonna go a little bit of a out of left field choice, because I just remember in a movie that I still stand by is thoroughly mid. The one scene that really stood out in Batman v Superman.
Damn it! That was mine. You bastard.
Let's go. We're in sync.
We are.
It's the Superman takes a bath with Lois scene.
It's Jesse Eisenberg blows up the whole court with his piss.
It's that scene where Jesse Eisenberg takes a Jolly Rancher and sticks it in the mouth of a senator.
Oh, I do remember.
Yep. But it is the Batman warehouse scene. That is what you're thinking, right?
It is,
okay, yeah. Where he just, if you think about it from like Batman wouldn't murder all these people, whatever. But if you just view it as Ben Affleck in a weird spandex suit beating the fuck out of people, it's incredible.
It's very nice.
And I mean, Batman is also in this world very, very brutal man.
Yeah, very brutal. Like,
and he just...
I mean, I again, like, who cares? Batman can kill people. I don't love the moral complex he's got there where it's like, oh, I can't kill anyone. No, fuck it.
Like, Batman, you do rake people's legs and leave them permanent brain damage and stuff, so...
The same with Daredevil. He's like, I don't kill people, drops people off like a 10-story roof.
I'm
not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you either.
I was going to say, great Batman moment, sending someone to a certain death. Not going to kill you. Runs away.
Waltzes out of there.
But just beating the ever-loving shit out of... And I just love that they have no... I mean, I know a great action scene is where, like, also there's tension or whatever, but the fact that they have no chance against him, it's just him beating the fuck out of everyone. Pretty great. I mean, it's enjoyable.
Pretty damn good, yeah.
And the music, like, this kind of, like, sort of gritty music, like, comes in. It's very good. Does look get shot in the head there, which is fun.
He does. Let's see. I've got... Again, I think there are probably better ones in the MCU, but one that springs to mind just now is the Spider-Man trio in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
Is that the right title for that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That, like, again, that's mainly the nostalgia, but it also works in the movie. How they're like, we need to do teamwork, or however they say, we need to sync up better, and then like they all like
Peter 3.
Peter 3. I thought you were Peter 3.
Fuck you.
I think like the build up where like you're so hyped to see these two characters or three characters together mixed in with a cool action scene works.
Yeah, I think that one is heavily on the context of it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you just
I think it's
still good.
It's still a cool action scene, but I think the context before makes it so much better.
Yeah, and that's a totally fair inclusion. Yeah, seeing them like swing together, it is just like a crazy thing. And apparently the themes like intermix, like their theme songs. I didn't catch that in the cinema.
I'm not a nerd.
Yeah.
Peter 3.
Questioning? Am I? I think we can probably start to wrap it up. I think I might do one more, you do one more. Sounds and again, good. Definitely lends itself to a sequel.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go with one that I say I'm surprised you haven't mentioned. You probably would have if you had prepared for 5 seconds. I'm going to go with... Ooh, it's another franchise that has a bunch. I'm trying to think... Oh, well, actually, there's an obvious one for me. The Battle of Helm's Deep.
Ooh.
Because there's a lot of crazy stuff in Lord of the Rings, especially in the second two, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think, although as a whole, I think the third one is more crazy and like culmination. There's tons of different stuff. The specific scenes, I guess it's more like just a whole part of the film that sticks out to me. Battle of Helm's Deep. I just remember being like...
Insane.
I was there.
I felt like I was there with the dwarves.
That still only counts as one. That's in a different battle.
Yeah, it's...
But...
I remember it so vividly. Quotes a completely different movie.
I remember it so vividly. Peter 3. It's my favorite movie. My name is Max. My world is fire.
My world is fire.
Anyway, yes, no, it is... I mean, it's amazing fantasy action.
I know you shouldn't have done it, or I shouldn't have thought this, but I thought you were saying, yeah, it's Peter 3.
Just keep revisiting it. God, off the rails. Anyway, Helm's Deep. I mean, if we do a TV one, we probably will talk about some Game of Thrones stuff. But
definitely.
In terms of fantasy film action, I think the peak, like the best you could ask for. It's got
it's right up there.
Tense. It's like the stakes are high. It's a little scary in the Lord of the Rings, as scary as Lord of the Rings gets with like the orcs are pretty
gnarly,
pretty threatening, I guess. And you just feel like a celebratory triumph when it's done. It felt like a real an experience.
Yeah.
So I would.
It was a moment.
I have to hit you with some Helm's Deep.
Okay. Now, I think I will. Again, there's many to choose from for this franchise. A beloved one. My favorite one, as you know.
the Lion King franchise.
Pirates!
Pirates.
Pirates!
But that is...
What do you say? You said potatoes.
I said, but that is. Oh. No. But that is. I was taking him back to when we cut him off earlier with the pirates.
No. Pirates.
No. The world's gonna know you died scratching my balls.
No. Peter 3.
Anyway.
Pirates.
What are we thinking for pirates?
Now, so I was...
Are we thinking the Barbossa dad reveal scene?
This sounds like one of those reality shows. You are not the father.
God.
Barbossa dad reveal. Whenever Barbossa realizes he is in fact that daddy.
Boogie's like no other.
Barboogies?
God fucking damn it. It's like they're in that giant
moment when Barbossa hits the Barboogie.
But it's better than Barbussy, so like...
Why would you have to bring up the Barbussy?
It's alright, I think about it all the time. But remember that part? Anyway, it doesn't matter what the dad reveal is.
Well, yeah, but I'm not going to talk anything about that shit fifth movie.
Okay.
Forget the Barbussy for a moment. But, so, I was tempted to say the first one between Jackoff and Barbussy. You're killing me here. No, the first one, like the final fight where he's like, but the thing about dishonest people is that you can always trust them to be dishonest. But that's not the one I'm going to go for.
Okay.
Even though it's a great fight scene. I think I might have to go for in the end of the third one, where they're like getting sucked into the maelstrom, where we got Mr. Gibbs yelling, Maelstrom! Remember that part?
I do, sorry. I like to imagine that.
Are you going to be like, oh, they're getting sucked into the maelstrom by David Jussie?
I don't remember that, to be honest.
Well, so like they're getting sucked into a maelstrom.
Maelstrom.
With like the Flying Dutchman and the Black Pearl, right? They're like cannon shots are being exchanged. What's up?
No,
No, go on.
Continue, sorry.
The Flying Dutchman?
Peter Thrussie?
Peter Thrussie.
Oh, God, sorry.
Peter Thrussie.
Sorry, Maelstrom.
Maelstrom. Where like there's like
is it why they get married during the Maelstrom?
They do.
Fuck. I hate that scene.
It's a great scene. But the main thing is like you got Jack Sparrow and Davy Jones up on like one of the. You got the mast.
Crow's nest.
Not like below the crow's nest, like one of like the
one of the
horizontal sail things. Yeah, I forget what they're called.
Yes, I do remember.
And they're saying that he's like, they got like the Davy Jones locker or the chest with the heart, or something. And then fighting like on the small little plank. So good.
It is a good.
And then like it kind of mixes in comedic elements as well because it's very intense. But then like suddenly, Jack is like thrown like overboard, I guess you could say. It lands on like a rope. He's like, thank you, mate. And shows us the guy on the rope. Very good. Just delightful.
It is. I do remember that being an enjoyable. I mean, in those films, any old sword fight is an enjoyable time, unless they're on a giant wheel. In which case, it's not the best.
Do you not like that scene?
It's a little
I
too
love that
cartoony
scene.
It's not.
What?
I'm more of a Colin Firth kills everyone in a church kind of guy.
I see. I mean, there's also the part 2, but another one I would choose is the like opening Will Turner Jack Sparrow fight.
That is also
very good.
Yeah.
But I think I'll have to go with this one just for the epicness.
Fair
of
enough.
it.
It's the culmination.
I have to match your Helm's Deep here.
Fair enough. And go with the wheel scene. And go with Jack Sparrow being kidnapped by cannibals.
Also,
that's a good scene.
They're all good scenes.
Well, there are so many good scenes that we might have to hit a part 2 of this someday.
Or part 3?
Or part 5.
Part 26.
Anyway, yes, so, hope you enjoyed this episode.
Sorry, I just remembered Peter Thrussie.
If you did, also, wait, oh shit.
Oh, what?
It's time for
the Tom Cnews.
Okay, well, this is from a long time ago, because we are recording now. But Variety says, Top Gun Maverick takes down Avengers Infinity War as the 6th highest grossing movie in domestic box office history.
That's so impressive.
So, Cruise, what has this made worldwide, actually? Top Gun 2?
I'm calling 1.3.
I don't think it's crossed 1 billion. Oh shit!
1.3. Why am I insane?
Damn. Wait, where is it on the all-time list? I knew it was like beloved and successful, but I didn't know it was. I just want the list. Number 13 of all time.
Damn, Cruise.
Let's go, Cruise. I honestly, it's kind of crazy. When they announced Top Gun Maverick, I was like, I both thought it would be like okay, like
and also fly under the radar.
Well, yeah, fly under the radar, much like Teller does.
God damn.
We're good. But yeah, I was thinking like people, and I guess it has done very well domestically, but it's done very well everywhere. I was gonna say like people in America, I think generally have like a leg for Top Gun, especially like dad types.
Exactly. Like speaking of dad types, my mom was very excited for it as well.
Yeah, but I think it's just the word of mouth because it was just so great
good.
and so like universally easy to watch. Like so just like a great story for everyone.
Brilliant.
Well, you got a Teller with a mustache singing. Goodness gracious.
Great balls of fire. I've got that saved on Spotify and it's just so good.
Let's go. We were at a bar the other day and we were thinking that we should unplug the jukebox and just get on the bar.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
And get immediately glassed by angry Danes. The Danes do a lot of glassing. They're very not confrontational.
I don't think so.
They would just kind of passive aggressively.
Yeah, it'd be like, okay. Yeah. Not very Jendelo of you.
Number 1?
Jendelo? You know, like the whole thing in Denmark was like, you can't be better than other people. Everyone has to be equal.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. There's no narcissism.
No one told me about that one. That's why I'm better than everyone.
That's why we're doing the best podcast in the world.
Anyway, good for you, Cruise. Good for that movie. Also, that was a great movie.
Awesome action scenes in that. Could go in part 2, maybe.
Let's go. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like the Cruise proving that it's possible scene. Very good. And among others. But yeah, so who knows? By the time this comes out, maybe it'll be number 1 worldwide. God damn. Unlikely, but you know. Keep dreaming, Cruise. Now it's time for the announcements and such, if we're able to record them this week. Although, if we're not able to record a pod, probably can't hit announcements. But here they are if we can. And if not, we will hit announcements at the next not pre-recorded pod.
Very good.
So, thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell button, leave a comment down below what you think of this episode, and what your favorite action scenes of all time are from movies. No shows. If you put a show, I'll block you.
You put a show, you're never watching a podcast again.
If you're listening on Apple Podcast, if you're listening on YouTube, we're also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, where you can leave a 5-star rating and a nice review. You can find me on YouTube, BHL Hudson, Instagram, Twitter, BHL_Hudson. You can email the pod at bhlhudsonvids@gmail.com.
You can find me on Twitter at FTK_DoltSniper. You can find me on Instagram at Fidalgo. You can find me on Letterboxd at FTK_Thwilms. And you can find me on YouTube at FTK Space Gaming.
I forgot my Letterboxd is at real BHL Hudson, and my TikTok is BHL Hudson. Thank you very much for listening. And we will see you next time.
Peter 3!